Iran once believed it held the ultimate leverage in the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow choke point through which nearly a fifth of the world's oil flows. Even with its military infrastructure degraded, Iran's swarm tactics, fast attack boats, mines, and coastal missiles, kept that leverage alive. But something just changed. The United States has sent a signal that could reshape the balance of power overnight, and it's not just another aircraft carrier. According to multiple reports, including BBC, the U.S. is moving additional naval assets toward the region. That alone isn't unusual. We've seen carrier strike groups cycle through the Middle East for decades. This is different. At the center of this deployment is the USS Tripoli, LHA-7, an amphibious assault ship designed not just for air operations, but for launching Marines directly into hostile territory. And it's not sailing alone. It's leading what's known as an amphibious ready group, paired with a Marine Expeditionary Unit, roughly 2,000 to 2,500 highly trained U.S. Marines. These are rapid response forces built for crisis situations, evacuations, raids, or if necessary, full-scale entry operations. So what does that actually mean? Here's the key point most people miss. Aircraft carriers project power from a distance, but amphibious groups are about proximity and presence. They're designed for scenarios where forces may need to get physically closer to land, or even go ashore. That doesn't automatically mean an invasion is coming. Not even close. But it does expand the range of options available to the U.S. dramatically. Outlets like the War Zone report that this deployment came after direct authorization from the U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, signaling that this isn't routine repositioning. It's deliberate. So why is this significant for Iran? Because Iran's strategy in the Strait of Hormuz has always depended on asymmetric warfare, small, fast, hard-to-target threats that can harass or disrupt larger naval forces. But amphibious groups complicate that equation. They bring helicopters, drones, Marines, and flexible strike capabilities that can respond quickly to those swarm tactics and potentially neutralize them closer to their source. In other words, Iran's home field advantage in the strait becomes less predictable. Now let's address the big question. Are U.S. troops about to enter Iran? Right now, there's no confirmed evidence of an imminent ground invasion. That would require a massive buildup far beyond a single Marine Expeditionary Unit. But that's not the point. The real shift here is strategic pressure. By deploying an amphibious ready group, the U.S. is signaling that it now has credible, flexible options, from limited raids to rapid response operations, that didn't need to be emphasized before. And that changes how Iran has to calculate risk. Because in modern conflicts, perception can be just as powerful as action.